And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes. And yeah, we're back again with another market tip video. Why? Because the market's... I'm not even going to really say why. Just because you know how the market is in 2K. So, why am I here today? That is the question. And that is to stop people from making terrible mistakes like I have made. Namely locking in these sets. For the love of God, don't do it. Julius Erving is a really good card, but please, this is not worth the amount of MT. But the other reason I'm here is just to talk about guys you should buy and guys you should sell. So let's get it started. Allen Iverson. Absolutely do not buy this card. Why, you might add? Because although he is a pretty decent card, I will admit he's very fast, he's good. In no way, shape, or form should you be spending 200k on this diamond card at this stage in the game. Please don't do it. I've been watching people do it all day long, and it's just not a good idea. Realistically, I mean, let's be real. In 3 weeks, you'll be able to buy this card for like 40k. Like, if you really, truly want it. Like, let's be real. Mark Eaton. I don't really know what he's going for right now. Is there buy nows for him yet? I'm not sure. Let me scroll over. Either way, although he is a pretty solid paint beast, man, he's actually very good defensively, even though he's kind of slow. He brings you absolutely nothing on offense, and to be completely honest with you, he's not that much better than Ruby Rick Smits. Like, if we're being totally honest here, yeah, he's better than Rick Smits defensively for sure, but at the same time, there's a buy it now. At the same time, Rick Smits costs 7k and this man costs 100k, so obviously go with Rick Smits, and Rick Smits can hit an open jump shot. Dirk Nowitzki. Why am I bringing him up? He's going for around 20k, give or take, sometimes less, sometimes more. It just kind of depends on the time of day you're looking. He honestly is not very good. He won't bring you anything defensively. Yeah, he shoots really well. He's got good badges, don't get me wrong, but you still got that Dirk jump shot. 2k can never get correct. Not only that, he is absolutely worthless on the defensive end. So if you use him, you're going to have to use someone who can make up for his lack of defense in some way, shape, or form. And it's just not worth the price. If you really like Dirk, wait a couple weeks. Legitimately, he'll be like 12k. Robert Parrish for 1500. Honestly, not terrible. I don't really have anything negative to say about him. He's got really good defensive badges. He basically does everything Mark Eaton does. He's just smaller. And I'm not even going to try to do the math on that, but significantly cheaper. You can buy Robert Parrish for like 1500 MT. So, hey, if you want him, go right ahead. Like, legitimately, it's totally fine. Michael Jordan. I get it. He's Michael Jordan. I understand. Trust me. I am a Bulls fan. I've been raised as a Bulls fan my whole life. I get the hype around wanting Michael Jordan cards. I truly do. But is he worth 10,000 MT at this stage in the game? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Do not go buy this card. He is not good. He can't hit in a mid-range to save his fucking life in anything besides like pro or rookie difficulty. Yeah, he's a great rim running card, but at the same time, you could grab so many other guys who are great rim running cards. He rim runs probably just as well as Steven Jackson, and Steven Jackson is like a fifth of the price of Michael Jordan. He's not worth it. If you have him, sell him now. Just simply because he's going to be like, I don't know, 800 to 1,000 MT at some stage. I have been predicting for a while, and I will continue to predict that these cards right here, playoff stoppers, clutch, back-to-back, dimers, underdogs, playoff records, all those guys are going to be, well, not back-to-back. Wait, yeah, back-to-back. All these guys are going to be the first packs that arrive on the token market. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that. Like, they definitely will. I think season tip-off might end up there too, but that's a possibility. I've screamed it to the high heavens in almost every video I've made, but it's time to abandon these guys. You're never going to get more value for these guys than you are right now. I love Allen Houston, so I'm not going to get rid of him just simply because it's one of my favorite cards in the game. But quite frankly, he's really not worth holding on to for 40k. I know I'm not heeding my own advice here. This is just a personal thing. I like Allen Houston, and if I was playing in like say, any type of competitive game, I would probably still use him because he has the ability to hit just obnoxious fadeaway threes, and I do value that off my bench. Derrick Rose, I love you, man, but it might be time to go. I can't get rid of him in good, conscience just because I'm a Bulls fan and it hurts. I'm going to keep Larry Bird. He's still really good. But all these guys can go. The only reason I still have them is just for videos and things like that. But at the same time, are they necessary for you? No. Do you need fucking Ricky Pierce on your team? Absolutely not. Get rid of him. There's one Ricky Pierce up. One. There's a reason for that. Because he's not good. Same with these guys. Mitch Richmond, obviously. Got to get rid of him. Mike Bibby, I'll get rid of at some point, but I've been using him for XP challenges I forgot to do, so I've already talked about these guys as well, so I'm not going to go into, a whole tirade about any of these guys. Michael Cooper's insane. Go get him. Eric Gordon, legitimately ridiculously cheap, and he's going to stay cheap until Friday, so now's the time to go grab him. If you want to make an investment on Eric Gordon is a perfect card to make investments for. His price is only going to rise. You can get him for like somewhere around 2 to 3K right now. And once his packs go away in maybe 2 weeks, especially once we get to the point where people are going to start lower overalling their unlimited squads, Eric Gordon's going to be a really important card. And that's another thing you're going to have to think of when it comes to these cards, right? At some stage, right now, the way it is everyone's teams are, to a certain extent, pretty well balanced as far as like overalls go. But at some point in the not too far future, people are going to start doing lower overall squads, especially when we start to get more Evo cards, which 2K just seemingly decided they were going to not deal with today. Well, not today, this year. They just said, yeah, Evos, whatever. Instead of just going and fixing the Evo glitch that causes them to register as a different overall than they actually are, they're just like, well, fuck it, we're just not going to put any out. So eventually people are going to start to do lower overall squads. So guys like Damon Jones and people like that are going to be extremely important at some stage in the game. Even like Sam Cassell. I don't know who would be using JJ Barea, but at some point. But they've already... And the other thing is 2K's already started to kind of abandon the lower tiered cards. Like you're not seeing emeralds and sapphires in packs anymore, which I think is kind of stupid on their part. I don't really like that they did that this early. Thankfully, they haven't abandoned like rubies and amethysts yet, but having some of these higher powered, low tier guys is going to be important later on. It really is. So if you're not going to go buy these guys and you have them, it's smart to wait, because once people start to actually do lower overall manipulation and stuff like that, like they did at the end of last year, these guys are going to go up in price quite a bit, at least initially. So you kind of want to save these guys for that wave that's going to occur. And as far as diamond shoes you're going to want to keep. Don't go sell those yet. The reason for it is like this shoe right here raises three-pointer, so in theory you would think that it would be going for a lot. But no one's really applying shoes to players right now. Just because we haven't gotten like overpowered players. Everyone's kind of saving up their diamond contracts, diamond shoes, stuff like that. So you're not getting a lot of people bidding on these things just because there's not cards worth putting them on. Like putting a 3-point shoe isn't really going to be worth it until we get like an OP pink diamond that if it just shot threes just a little bit better would be completely overpowered. Then you're going to start to get stuff like that. So until we get cards like that, yeah, whatever. I've said it before, save your Hoff badges. Other than that, selling badges is a really good way to get a substantial amount of MT. Like, let's take Gold Floor General, for example. If you're not gonna apply this to a card, why not go get 10,000 MT? Flexible release is another one that's pretty expensive. Yeah, why not get 11,000 MT? There's no point to not do that. Even stupid badges will still get you some. Like, are you ever going to go out of your way to apply gold ice and veins to a player? Probably not. So you might as well go and get 1,000 or so MT for it while you still got the chance. Pump Fake Maestro, literally, this has got to be up there in the top tier of badges that make no fucking difference whatsoever because people don't do pump fakes for the most part. So might as well go sell it, get 1,800. Clutch Shooter. I actually like clutch shooter. I think it works. Deep fades for sure. Post fades are completely broken in this game. Even with patch 3, they didn't do anything about it. So there's no point applying this badge to somebody. And to be honest with you, as far as I can tell when it comes to the market as of right now, people aren't looking at the badge counts yet, you know, to determine if a card is worth more. Like if I see a card that is like maximally badged out and it's 10,000 more than another card that's not badged out, I'm still just going to grab the other card that's not badged out because I have a bunch of badges. There's no reason for me to spend 10,000 extra on a card that's badged out unless it's like range extended out. But I mean, even then, that being said, one badge I would recommend keeping, probably range extender, but then again, if you're kind of strapped for MT and you can get 20, 30k for range extender badges, might not be a terrible idea to like part ways with those. But definitely look at your badges and look at stuff like post spin technician and all those kind of badges, just because like you're not gonna apply them to players. Like who could I even apply this to? I don't know. Luis Scola. I think it's better that I sell this badge for 2,000 rather than put it on a card that I've used literally once since it came out. Legitimately. Silver badges, honestly, some of them can be more expensive than gold badges. Clamps is one I recommend keeping. You're going to want to put clamps on some cards because the addition of clamps to various cards that don't have it does make a huge difference. So maybe don't, jump the gun on that. Defensive leader is pretty huge too. Steady shooter is a great badge to get rid of just because fuck steady shooter. Like, I don't care if it's 1,000 for silver steady. I'm never going to apply steady to cards. I applied a steady to a few cards at the beginning of the year when the AI was absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, that helped quite a bit just to get through like AI challenges. I think I put it on like Steve Nash and a couple other guys just to get through some of the, challenges against the CPU when it was completely broken. But other than that, now there's really no use for steady shooter at this stage. The defense is so broken that you can get open without trying most of the time. So Deadeye, Deadeye is pretty important, I guess. But like a lot of these badges, you might as well go sell. I mean, legitimately, if I went through and I sold all the badges I would never put on a player right now, I could probably get an extra, I don't know, somewhere around 100 to 200k MT just by selling badges, legitimately. Obviously, I've talked about clear your shoe collection, literally always clear it. There's typically 30 to 40k worth of shoes just sitting there if you have at least one and everything, so definitely go through and clear those. If you want to get real cheesy for MT, you can always just like clear out all these jerseys. They don't matter anyway, none of them lock in, but they do count towards your collector level, and I'm guessing that Jason Tatum will be pretty good when it does come out. So now that we've gone through the MT, okay, so 2K in the patch notes said they changed something about the exchange, but nothing seems to be different. But the exchange will be completely different in a couple weeks when Season 2 begins. Bob Cousy will be gone, and to be completely honest with you, it's not worth it. I accidentally locked in 3 emeralds here that I should have just sold. Either way, it doesn't matter. Hopefully we get some more Evo cards. I haven't even Evo'd cards up because what's the fucking point at this stage? Like, we haven't got a single packable Evo card, and I'm guessing Season 2 is going to change that. We're going to start to get, I'm guessing, like more like emeralds and golds, emeralds, and sapphires that can Evo up higher. I don't know why 2K would have gotten rid of that, but I'm guessing that we're going to start to get those later on. So definitely keep on the lookout for that. Other than that, we're very close to being at the end of Season 1. Hey, if you don't have stuff yet, don't panic. Like, literally don't panic. It's not a big deal. Like, legitimately, we're 8 days away. Yes, I'm at a 35, and I haven't even been trying. Don't panic. Honestly, even if you don't get Steph Curry is legitimately not the best point guard in the game right now. Like, he's not. I like Darren Williams better than him, just because I've played on another account. Steph Curry's pretty good. Yes, he is an incredibly good card. He can stroke threes. If you're a 3 hunter, he's definitely going to be the best. But 2K. The minute, literally the fucking minute this season ends, they're going to release a card that's better than Steph Curry. That's how that's going to go. They've been doing it for years. The minute everybody gets Steph Curry, a better card will come out. It'll be some fake-ass glitched card that honestly probably come Friday. Either this Friday or one of the Fridays in the next 3 weeks. It'll be something super stupid like Ben Simmons that shoots threes, or like, and plays point guard, or some dumb shit like that, because we just got a Stockton that dunks. So the sky is the limit for what dumb shit they're going to put out at this point. So, you know, just kind of go through these, do them as you can, and you'll get to Steph eventually, but don't waste too much time doing certain challenges. I'm not going to go into like which ones you should and shouldn't do, but like, just play a bunch of domination games, you know, score 75 points with Jordan over time. Like, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't try to go in and spend all this time doing like play 30 minutes with Robert Parrish over multiple and limited games. Like, that's actually not even that big of a deal, but like trying really, really hard to get 2 blocks with Robert Parrish for 150 XP, like, just throw him in there, and if the CPU happens to block 2 shots, sweet. If he doesn't, give up on it. Who gives a shit? It's 150 XP. It doesn't matter. Get 10 rebounds, Robert Parrish, triple threat online games. I mean, if you want, yeah, go for it. 2 blocks with Dirk in 1 domination game. Like I said, just throw him out there. Hope he gets it. If he doesn't get it in a game or 2, abandon it. Doesn't matter. 125 points with Dirk. That's actually not that hard. Just go play on rookie and shoot a bunch of threes. You'll be fine. All these are pretty decent. 25 blocks with Mark Eaton. He's huge and he blocks a lot of shots, but I would just recommend running domination games. Just throw Mark Eaton in there and don't even control him for the most part. Just let the CPU go to work. He has a high block tendency. Honestly, you'll probably get more blocks if you sit there and just let the CPU run it than you will. I mean, that's certain people obviously are really good defensively, but I'm talking about the average player. The average player isn't going to sit there and just troll for blocks with Mark Eaton. Just kind of throw him out there. Don't focus too much on it and hope it happens over time. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, man, maybe I'll show my face one of these days. I don't fucking know. We'll see. My setup's not really up right now, so I'm waiting on a new camera, so you'll actually start to see my... I don't know what I was going to say there. But you'll start to see my face here pretty soon. I'm going to start doing, not reaction videos, but I'll at least be in the tiny little corner of the screen. I'll be doing some streams here shortly, especially when like Season 2 starts up. I'll be doing streams, so I'll be over either on Twitch or I'll stream on YouTube. I'm not sure yet, so catch me out there. I'll post in the discussion boards and like let everyone know what's going on. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Go make some MT. Don't spend it on Michael Jordan.